So you're thinking about making the move to Utah, but one big question remains. Where do most people that are in your shoes end up moving to when they make that move to Utah? It's one thing to pick a house, but it's another altogether to find the right community and pick that community based on what other people find as a great place to live as well. And I always believe that one of the best places for you very well might be some of the other places that most people end up moving to, simply because you automatically have built-in community with other people that have gone through exactly what you're going through yourself as well. And in this video, I'm going to break down the top places in Utah that people are finding the most interesting and actually moving to in 2025 and 2026 and beyond. And this is not just a guess, but backed by data, growth patterns, and real migration insights. Whether you're after affordability, a booming housing market, or a booming tech scene, or mountain views, or a resort lifestyle, you're going to see where the crowd is heading and why you might want to join them, because this is where most people are finding the most interesting places to live in Utah. So with that said, if you're ready, let's dive in. Okay, number one, let's talk about this one right out of the gate, and that is Salt Lake City. Now, while the vast majority of people that make the move to Utah are not landing in Salt Lake City proper or downtown Salt Lake City is one of the most desirable places to live in Utah for very good reason. There are some amazing communities and neighborhoods within Salt Lake City that are incredibly appealing for so many people that are making the move here. And while we're talking about Salt Lake City, we're starting where so many newcomers land. The Salt Lake City metropolitan area, according to migration reports, and the suburbs and exurbs of Salt Lake are among the most popular destinations for people making the move to Utah. And the question is why? Job markets, transit, amenities, and because many want to plug into Utah's growth without moving to a remote spot. For example, you'll see countless people that have made the move here that are enjoying either renting or buying in Salt Lake City or near the city to enjoy that lifestyle and that balance that really is only found here uniquely in the state of Utah, where you get to appreciate the great outdoors right there in your backyard, as well as that city life right there down the street. So this is a real big reason why Salt Lake City is a top choice for many. And if I'm looking to make the move myself and I'm looking for that combination of convenience and value and growth, Salt Lake City is a major player and a major attraction for people that are looking to make the move to Utah. And the reasons for people moving to Salt Lake City are extending well beyond just the lifestyle of that city life balanced with outdoor lifestyle. They also look at commute times, they look at the schools and the quality of the schools in the region. They also look at regeneration in old neighborhoods, or the neighborhoods where we're seeing the most renovations of properties happen that is making those neighborhoods so much more attractive and appealing. And for many people relocating from out of state, these neighborhoods kind of hit that sweet spot. They are the place that a lot of people really find interesting. Some of the top neighborhoods in Salt Lake City include Yellcrest and Sugar House and Liberty Wells and the Avenues and the East Bench, as well as the outside areas in Mill Creek or Holiday or Cottonwood Heights. There are a lot of really cool places in and around Salt Lake City that you might find appealing as well. But note this, the prices here are competitive and it's rising in demand. So you have to make sure that you come into it with a strategy. Now, if you're saying, I love Salt Lake City, but I'm looking for something newer and something really designed for families, this next place is the top place for that. Okay, next up is South Jordan, specifically the neighborhood called Daybreak, which happens to be where I live, and I've lived here for just over a decade, and it is the perfect place for families and people looking for a unique lifestyle here in the suburbs or the outskirts of the city here in Salt Lake City. If most inbound movers want the Salt Lake City metropolitan area, a big chunk of those people are saying, I want the metro benefits plus the planned community ease with new construction and beautifully designed neighborhoods and homes. The master plan community of Daybreak delivers just that. According to city data, South Jordan is rapidly growing still, and Daybreak is the biggest part as to why that's happening. It's a major draw for families relocating, walking amenities, parks, lakes, everything integrated into a well-run community that's going to offer you a lifestyle that presents opportunities for walkability to grocery stores or other restaurants or all sorts of different amenities and things that you just don't get in most of the suburban areas throughout the state of Utah or in the country or even in the entire country. And if you're moving here with family or with kids, this is probably one of the best places to plug into and find your people. This is where people really connect as community and as new friends and newcomers especially really thrive in this neighborhood in Daybreak. You get planned infrastructure, strong schools, and newer homes. The catch? You'll pay for that, but you're buying into location plus lifestyle. Now, if you're thinking maybe the Daybreak HOA thing is not really my thing, I want a little more freedom and I want the upside that comes with being around Daybreak, well, this next place is probably something you should consider. Okay, next up is Herriman, and Herriman oftentimes is overlooked. It's actually the place that I've personally owned 2 homes in the past and lived there for approximately 7.5 years in total. And Herriman is a great place if you want to be really close to the master plan community of Daybreak without being in it where you have that HOA fee, but it's also within the Salt Lake City metropolitan area. And so access to the ski resorts, the city, the airport, it's all pretty attainable within 30 to 45 minutes. And so Herriman is a really good choice for a lot of people that are relocating here. And the people relocating here are saying, I want suburb level comfort, but newer housing and growth potential. While I don't have a specific city by city share of every single newcomer, migration studies show that suburbs and exurbs around Salt Lake City are among the fastest growing areas in the state of Utah, and Herriman fits that bill. It's really one of those places that's kind of at the epicenter of all of this growth in between Daybreak and Herriman in Salt Lake County, along with Saratoga Springs, Lehi, and Eagle Mountain in the northern side of Utah County. This is where so much is happening, and the new freeway that's cutting all the way through Salt Lake County and currently under construction in Saratoga Springs and Lehi through Utah County, this is going to connect the west side of Salt Lake City and the Salt Lake City metropolitan area with the northern portion of Utah County. And that construction has been felt in recent years, and we will continue to feel it as the infrastructure is developed here. Luckily, they've done a great job in planning out the highways, unlike projects of the past, namely Bangerter Highway. Even though Bangerter Highway this year, they just completed 4 massive transitions from intersections to full freeway interchanges that has converted Bangerter Highway to a full freeway on the southern portion of the Salt Lake Valley, which is incredibly nice for transportation. But with the new freeway in the Mountain View corridor cutting right through the heart of Daybreak and right through the heart of Herriman and into Saratoga Springs and connecting to I-15 in Lehi, it's going to transform this particular area and make it so much more desirable because of that connectiveness. And if you move here to Herriman, you're buying into tomorrow's suburb. Less competition than ultra premium areas like Daybreak, and there's still more room to grow. And this is a great choice for someone relocating and looking for value plus expansion. But what if you're moving here and you're looking for that place that's got the best of affordability combined with future upside? This next place is at the top of my list for being the fastest growing area in the state of Utah for many, many years to come. Okay, next up is Eagle Mountain. Eagle Mountain is a place I talk about very frequently because of its growth potential and the growth that's already happening. And Eagle Mountain is a hotspot for inbound migration for very good reason. It ticks all of the boxes from affordability to growth, plus that Utah vibe and that connecting with other people that are like-minded and people that are experiencing exactly what you're going through as well in relocating to Utah. If you're relocating and want value with upside, you'll absolutely want to at least consider Eagle Mountain. And I view this as one of those opportunity zones if you're making the move. This is the place where you get a lot more house for the money. For example, if you want to buy a $600,000 home in Eagle Mountain, you're going to get exponentially more house and more yard than you will in neighboring communities in Saratoga Springs or Lehi. And for that reason, a lot of people are very much drawn to Eagle Mountain and those larger homes and those larger lots. And the biggest reason for this is we don't have that downward pressure on affordability and cost when it comes to real estate in these areas of Eagle Mountain nearly as much as we do along the Wasatch Front in a lot of the other areas. And with so many communities being planned out in Eagle Mountain and so much to come, in way of both residential and commercial development, as well as future infrastructure that will be coming this way. There's a lot to love about Eagle Mountain. One of my favorite communities in Eagle Mountain is Firefly, and I created a video recently just about this particular community, and I have other videos upcoming here in the next month or so. And Firefly is one of those really well-run master plan communities that's really thoughtfully planned out, and I look at Firefly as being kind of Utah County's version of Daybreak. In other words, this community of Firefly is going to be the most desirable community, in my opinion, in all of Utah County. And there's so many reasons for that. In fact, in a future video here in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be interviewing and talking to the president of the company, the home builder, that's developing this community of Firefly, where they're building 8,000 homes, with homes ranging in prices all over the place, but you get a lot more for the money. And the real reason why Firefly is going to thrive is because of the way they've committed to the lifestyle around these homes rather than just the homes themselves. And so, just to tease that future video that I'm coming out with, Firefly was built for families and community and connectiveness outside of your home. So if that's something you're looking for, look forward to at least considering Firefly as a place, especially if you have a family. But Firefly isn't the only place in Eagle Mountain. There are countless subdivisions and neighborhoods throughout Eagle Mountain that are going to be exploding in growth. And so it might be a place you might want to consider. And if I were relocating to Utah and I wanted the biggest bang for my buck, and I wanted that growth opportunity and the upside that comes with it in terms of appreciation over the next few years, this is the place that I would most consider. Now, up and coming doesn't always mean unknown. Next up on the list is a place that's already on so many people's radar. Okay, next up is Saratoga Springs, and Saratoga Springs is directly east of Eagle Mountain, sandwiched in between Eagle Mountain and Lehi. But Saratoga Springs is booming in growth. Along with so many new homes being built, the commercial development here is in full force. And because of these reasons, Saratoga Springs is a quickly and rapidly growing area and destination for people looking to relocate and move to Utah. And it's not just newcomers, it's people that already live in Utah that are looking to step up in home, and Saratoga Springs is catching a lot of people's attention. And I like to look at Saratoga Springs as being a very strategic place as to where people move to and why they want to live here. The views here are stunning, looking over Utah Lake and seeing that reflection of the Wasatch Mountains and Mount Timpanogos specifically in that lake is breathtaking. There's so much to love about the views and the lifestyle in and around Saratoga Springs, but there's a lot of reasons why people are choosing to live here as well with respect to its geography and where it's located. Now, if you're looking to make that commute into downtown Salt Lake City every day for work, Saratoga Springs might just be on the outside of your limit as to how far you'd want to commute, because it is about a 45-minute commute. But for those that are working in the Lehi area, or if you work remotely, this is an optimal destination and a great place to plant roots. And if you relocate to Utah and you say to yourself, I want the lake, I want the growth, I want the views, and I don't want the highest price tag, Saratoga Springs is your move. It's a strategic relocation decision for a reason. Now, if you're relocating here to Utah and you want to be in the thick of the tech jobs and the scene that comes along with it, including all of the other higher paying jobs that are coming along with that growth in the tech industry, this next place might be for you. Okay, next up is Lehi. Now, we've kind of gone from Eagle Mountain to Saratoga Springs, and now we are in Lehi. It's no secret that these three cities combine for the fastest growing region in the state of Utah for very good reason. But Lehi is a little bit different. I like to think of Lehi as being, this is the place for job movers. This is the place for people that are moving up in job and they want to plant roots close to their work and have that really nice, easy commute. And it's not just tech jobs, it's other high-paying jobs as well that are coming to this particular area north of Provo and south of Salt Lake City. Tech companies, big name employers, rapid growth. Many people are moving to Utah to do so for opportunity when it comes to employment, and Lehi is where many of them end up landing. And migration patterns show that Utah is a magnet for people from other states like California and Texas and Arizona. People are moving here from all over the country, and they're doing so because they can work right here in Lehi or somewhere close by. And so if you're relocating here and you work remotely, or you want to be in the thick of things when it comes to these other high-paying jobs, this particular spot in Lehi might just be the perfect place for you. And it's that balance between the tech lifestyle and all of the high-paying jobs, combined with lifestyle in general and the great outdoors, that really makes Lehi special. And while the price here in Lehi can be a little bit higher than Saratoga Springs and Eagle Mountain, you do still get a lot of value for your money because it is still probably more affordable than so many of the other areas in Salt Lake City or around other hotspots in the state. Okay, now we're totally going to shift gears. What about those people that are relocating to Utah with those big budgets? Maybe it's a vacation home or a second home. This next place is the perfect place and the place that so many people are finding attractive, the most attractive place to move to when making the move to Utah. If you guessed Park City, you were correct. Park City is a luxury destination that's not really matched anywhere else in the state of Utah. And people moving to Utah with budget and lifestyle in mind, they often land here when they have those bigger budgets. It's a world famous and premium luxury destination, and for very good reason. Park City provides a lot of the benefits that people are looking for, and then so much more. People oftentimes consider Park City as a major upgrade from other popular destinations, whether that be Jackson Hole or Aspen, Colorado, or Telluride, or maybe some of the places in California like Truckee or Lake Tahoe. There's so many areas that people tend to consider, and when they consider the benefits of Park City being so incredibly close to the Salt Lake City metropolitan area and the Salt Lake City International Airport and the proximity to the best and greatest snow on earth, Park City's an easy place to sell. And if your relocation is about one thing and one thing only, and that's lifestyle, whether that's skiing or mountain biking or a global reputation, Park City is your top tier pick in the state of Utah. But relocation doesn't have to be ultra luxury. In fact, there are a lot of neighborhoods and areas in and around the Park City area that are incredibly attractive to buy and live in. And in my very next video, I'm going to highlight the best places to live in Park City. So stay tuned. You're going to see that video pop here in just about a week, and you're going to see all of the best places in Park City as I've gathered some of that footage here in the fall time to make sure that I can help aid in my storytelling about the best places to live in Park City. It's my goal to build out an entire lengthy playlist of areas just specific to Park City for people just like you if you are looking for that particular lifestyle and you have that budget to do so. And if you've visited Utah before and you didn't visit Park City, you're kind of missing out. Park City is one of those greatest places in the state to come and visit, whether it's in the summertime or the wintertime. I would highly encourage you to experience Park City, not just Main Street and Old Town in the heart of Park City, but the areas around it as well. And by the way, if we haven't met yet, my name is Scott Steele, and I help people relocate and move to Utah every single day. It's all that I do. And if this is the type of content that really resonates with you, it would mean the world to me if you'd take just a moment and hit that subscribe button, because it helps me get in front of more people just like you and educate and share knowledge to make sure that you're getting here and getting off on the right foot. And if you still want that mountain experience of Park City, but you don't have that budget, and maybe you want a little bit more of an adventurous lifestyle in a different climate, this next place might be for you. Okay, next up, let's talk St. George. St. George stands out for so many reasons. It's unlike any other area within the state of Utah. In fact, it stands out above other states that people are considering moving to as well. And the cities around St. George are booming just as much, whether that's Washington or Ivins or Herriman. There's so many places around the St. George metropolitan area that are absolutely exploding in growth. In fact, places like Washington, over half of the residents that live there aren't from Utah. And I think if it were me and I were relocating to a new place, I think that would be a really cool thing to be able to connect with other people that have experienced exactly what I have, and they likely appreciate the same things that I do as to what motivated them to move here and to purchase a home here as well. And many people, most people that are relocating to the St. George metropolitan area are choosing St. George and its neighboring cities for climate, outdoors, and lower cost relative to many luxury mountain spots. St. George is an incredible destination for year-round golf. There are palm trees. It's just a really cool vibe that kind of gives you some of that experience that you might have in other places like Scottsdale as a place that you can really use as a getaway, especially in those winter months. And with Utah's #1 visited national park in Zion National Park and the 3rd most visited national park in the entire country, Zion is right there in your backyard, as well as Bryce Canyon and so many other great places to go play and visit and to experience the great adventures around the Red Rocks of southern Utah. And if you're relocating and you're saying to yourself, I want sun, I want resort style living, and I want more value, you'll look hard at St. George and the surrounding areas, and I'm here to help you if that is the case. It's Utah's southwestern getaway and the best place to go if you really want to get some sun, especially in the wintertime, and it's becoming a relocation magnet as well. So we covered 8 key places where most people are moving to Utah, and they're actually choosing these places. From the metro core of Salt Lake City to the suburbs, from tech hubs in Lehi to luxury mountain living in Park City and the sun-soaked desert move down to St. George. And if you are thinking about making the move to Utah, think of it in terms of 3 questions that you need to ask yourself. Why am I moving? What lifestyle do I really want? And which of these areas can most deliver that to me? What is the best place for me to land based on what I'm looking for? And as we always say in real estate, location, location, location. Location matters more than anything. And that's not just Utah as a whole. It's which city, which county, which neighborhood, which development is going to be the best place for you. And the data backs this up. Suburban growth around Salt Lake City and Provo and other metropolitan areas throughout the state, with massive in-state migration to these suburbs and these other areas throughout the state, and out-of-state migration into areas like Washington County and St. George, your next move should be informed. Match your reason for relocating with the area that most aligns with what you're looking for. And if you are considering making that move to Utah or moving within it, my team and I, as always, are here to be your real estate resource of choice. Reach out to us. Let's get the conversation started. We're here to guide you and help you. This is all we do every single day. So you can find my contact information down in the description below, or you can book a video call with us on that link that you'll find in the pinned comment on this and every video. And if you're looking to learn more about life in Utah, check out the rest of my videos on my channel, especially these playlists right here. And until the next video, thanks.